Welcome to the Los Angeles Angels draft-only franchise. It is opening day 2029. Here at Angels Stadium, the Philadelphia Phillies come to town. They have a loaded lineup. We have several young players that are going to be stepping into major roles this year for the Angels. Made already did that last year with Moda. Now we have Leandro Santana. We got a full year of Nelson Rada. And I made a change. I said at the end of the last video we were going to have Derrick Siddiqui pitch in the number 4 spot in the rotation, but I have changed my mind, and he is going to make the opening day start. Here you can see what the game thinks we're going to have as far as leaders. Projecting Moda to hit 47 with 130 RBIs and Jesus Made with 65 steals. And I usually do this at the end of the episodes, but I wanted to drop this in early. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live. Those likes, those comments, they all trigger the algorithm and make people find this franchise and make it something people want to follow, and it really helps the channel. So I would appreciate all of that if you could make sure you click that like and drop a comment. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Guarantee I will respond. Now let's jump into this opening day game. Derrick Siddiqui on the mound. And first up for the Phillies is Trey Turner. He's going to rip this foul down at third baseline. Siddiqui did so well in spring training that I thought it was just kind of foolish to pitch him 4th in rotation. You see what Turner did last year. And we're going to test him right off the rip against this tough Phillies lineup. There's strike 2 on the outside edge. Siddiqui, absolutely phenomenal. Over 40 strikeouts in 30 innings. In spring training, only had 3 walks allowed. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Alex Benelis gets it, throws across, and there's 1 down. As Derrick Siddiqui retires the first batter he faces. There's that Phillies lineup. Bregman's the third baseman now. Harper's hitting down in the lineup. That is not the Dodgers' Max Muncy. That's the Oakland A's Max Muncy. And look at Ozzie Albies hitting 9th. They got him as a free agent last year. And Victor Robles, right fielder, steps in now. First pitch to him is going to be a fly ball into right field. Rosario drifts in, and he's going to have that for the second out. So far, so good for Siddiqui. Only thrown 5 pitches. Here's Alex Bregman. First pitch to him. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Diving stop by Made. From his knees he throws and he guns him down. What a play by Jesus Made. Exactly what a play. Not only is he excellent on offense, make these defensive plays just like this, headlong, and then throws him out from his knees. And on the mound today for the Phillies, lefty Jesus Luzardo. See what he did last year, 12-11 with a 3.45 ERA. Hopefully we can get to him early today. And leading things off, Leandro Santana, the rookie, playing left field DH. Today's the DH. And he lines this shot down the right field line. That's going to drop, and it's his first major league hit as it hits the side wall. Robles gets the ball back in. Santana going for 2, and he is out. Oh, my. So he gets his first major league hit, gets gunned down, and he doesn't even get the first ball ceremony. In steps now Nelson Rada. See what he did last year in about 2/3 of a season. 1-2 pitch to him, and it's strike 3 on the edge. He strikes out looking here as the second out of the inning. That'll bring in Jesus Made. Just made that great diving stop. There's what he did offensively last year. Plus, he led the American League with, I believe, 54 stolen bases. It's down to count 1-2, though. Here's Luzardo's pitch. And it's going to be a smash to short. Caught by Trey Turner for the third out. A lot of excitement, but nothing happens. We go to the second inning. It's still scoreless. And leading off for the Phillies here in the second inning, former Angel catcher Logan O'Hoppe. See what he did. A lot of power production, not much of an average. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Siddiqui, and he swings through the slider and strikes out. It's the first major league strikeout for Derrick Siddiqui. I love that. Striking out a former Angel to boot. Check out this replay. That Pedro Martinez motion. Going to see a lot of that this year. That'll bring in Dominic Canzone, the left fielder. He's down to count 0-1. Here's a smash into left field. Racing in. Gavin Cross has got it for the second out. So 5 up, 5 down so far. And in steps the dangerous Bryce Harper. You see, he had a off year last year. Only 14 home runs. And check swing. Did he go? No. Not sure about that. So it's going to make the count full now. Nobody on, 2 out here in the second. Here's the pitch to Harper, and he swings through that one and does strike out now. So second strikeout of Siddiqui's career. Go to the bottom of the inning. It's still scoreless. And leading things off, reigning Rookie of the Year MVP Edgar Mota. And first pitch swinging, smash into right field, and Robles grabs that before it can get down in the corner for the first out. That'll bring in Kalai Rosario, the right fielder. Raised his average about 20 points in the last 2 months of the season. 2-2 pitch to him. He's going to strike out on a fastball at the letters. He's kind of prone to doing that. Second K for Luzardo, and that'll bring in left fielder Gavin Cross. Career highs in home runs and RBIs last year. Moving over to play left field this year. Here's a smash into right field, but right at Robles. Barely has to move, and that's the third out. So a quick 3 up and 3 down in both halves of the second inning. Now we go to the top of the third. Max Muncy. Oakland A's Max Muncy, not the LA Dodgers Max Muncy. He's down in count 0-1. Here's the pitch from Siddiqui, and that's going to be a shot into right field, and Rosario's going to drift over to his left and have that for the first out. That'll bring in center fielder Justin Crawford. First pitch to him, and it's going to be a ground ball. Bonella snags that, throws across the first, and he gets him for the second out. Quick inning so far for Derrick Siddiqui. Now bring in Ozzie Albies, see what he did last year in his first year with the Phillies. Came over as a free agent from the Braves. He's down in the count, 1-2. Here's a high fly ball into right field. Rosario drifting back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. Wow, that ball just kept carrying, and it's out of here for the first home run of the year for Ozzie Albies, and that's the first hit and first run Derrick Siddiqui is allowed at the major league level. We saw him give up a couple of home runs in spring training, so he's kind of prone to the home runs, but he's going to strike out the world and not walk anybody. The Phillies get on the board first. Ozzie Albies, man, he's tough. Every time I use her as a pitcher and I got to face Albies, I absolutely hate it. He's so short, strike zone is so small. That'll bring up leadoff hitter Trey Turner. Grounded out his first time. Nobody on, 2 out. He's down on the count now, 0-2. Here's the pitch from Siddiqui, and swings through the fastball and strikes out. That's strikeout number 3. But Ozzie Albies, most important bat of the inning, hits this solo shot to right to give the Phillies a 1-0 lead. Now we go to the bottom of the third. New catcher, Jose Herrera, got him as a Rule 5 draft pick. Got like 72 contact against lefties. That's why he's getting the opening day start. 2-2 count to him. And he swings and misses on the changeup off the plate and strikes out for the first out. That'll bring in Nick Lofton. He's going to play second base against lefties. Kevin Biggio will be starter against righties. 0-2 pitch, and here's going to be a ground ball to second base. Ozzie Albies gets that. Throw to first, and there are 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the third. Going to bring in third baseman Alex Spinellis. Got some pop in the 9 slot, and he's going to hit a fly ball in the shallow center field. Crawford on the run, and he's got it. We had a long way to go to get that. We go down 1-2-3 again. So we're through 3 innings, and Phillies are up 1-0. Leading off the fourth, Victor Robles. Gunned down Santana at second base in the first inning. 2-2 pitch to him, and here's a shot over Mota's head into right field for a base hit. Thought Mota might be able to snag that, but he couldn't get there, so now Bregman's up with 1 on and nobody out. Heading to count 1-0. Here's the pitch, and he gets by the catcher all the way to the backstop, and Robles is going to go to the second on the wild pitch. Overcooked that slider. Now a man on second, nobody out, 2-0 count, and Bregman's going to hit a fly ball into left field, cross drifting over towards the line, and he's got it. Gets that ball back in to keep the runner at second. That'll bring in Logan O'Hoppe. Struck out Derrick Siddiqui's first major league strikeout in the second inning, 2-2 count. And he swings and misses and strikes out again for the second out of the inning. So Siddiqui's gunned him down twice already. That'll bring in left fielder Dominic Canzone, man on second and 2 out. First pitch to him is going to be a ground ball to second base. Lofton's got it. Quick throw to first and out of the inning. Despite giving up the hit in the wild pitch, no runs scored. Go to the bottom of the fourth, still 1-0 Phillies. Leading off, Leandro Santana, our leadoff man, singled and was thrown out at second his first time. I was saying before, he didn't get the ceremony where he got the first base hit ball to take home. There's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Turner's got it, throws on the run, and he gets him. Santana's a big boy, but he's fast. That'll bring in center fielder Nelson Rada, struck out his first time. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Luzardo, and he swings and misses and strikes out for the second out. It's his second K of the game. That'll bring in Made. Lined out his first time. 2-2 count on him now. Here's the pitch from Luzardo. And it's going to be a little pop fly in shallow center field. Crawford on his horse, and he's going to have it for the third out as we go down 1-2-3 again. Luzardo throwing a gem. That brings in Bryce Harper now to start the fifth. 1-2 pitch to him, and he takes strike three on the slider. Siddiqui, another strikeout. That's his fifth. That'll bring in Max Muncy. Light out his first time, and nobody on and one out. Siddiqui's just pitching a gem today. Here's a tapper up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So that'll be their third hit of the game. That'll bring in Justin Crawford with one on, one out. Siddiqui's got the strikeout pitch going. Just got to keep the ball in the park. Here's a pitch, pop fly, in the shallow left center field. Rada on the run, and he's got it. Had a long way to go as he gets it back to the infield. So you need speed in center field, and that'll bring in Mr. Home Run Man, Ozzie Albies. One on, one out. I'm sorry, one on, two out. 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a fly ball into right field. Rosario's going to drift in. He's going to have that for the third out. So Siddiqui pitches around the base hit by Muncy. Go to the bottom of the inning. We're still down 1-0. And leading things off, Edgar Mota lined out his first time. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a little shot over short. That's going to drop and get down as Crawford's going to cut it off. So Mota is going to get his first hit of the season. A little single over short. The Angels get their leadoff man on, and he doesn't get thrown out on the bases. That'll bring up Rosario. First pitch to him. There's a ground ball to third. Bregman's got it. Throws a second. Albies the first. Room service. 5-4-3 double play. That'll bring in Gavin Cross now with nobody on and two out. Down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch from Luzardo. And he swings and misses on the slider and strikes out. So the inning started promising and ends in a double play and a strikeout. We're still down 1-0. There we go, top of the sixth, Trey Turner up. Strikeout and a ground out. It's down in the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch from Siddiqui. And he swings over to fastball and strikes out for the second time tonight. Siddiqui, 6 strikeouts now. And that'll bring in Robles, 1 for 2. And he's hit shot in the left center field. Cross racing back. He's not going to get it. And it's off the wall. Missed the home run by about 3 feet. Cross throws it back in. And Robles is going to be in with a double. That'll bring in Bregman. RBI chance here. Here's the pitch. Here's a fly ball in the left field. Down the line. Cross towards the corner. And it just missed. Just goes foul. Bregman thought he had extra bases there. Now the count's 1-2. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a ground ball. Made diving stop, gets away. Lofton picks it up and throws, and he guns down Bregman. How about that? Little ricochet ground out, 6-4-3. And most importantly, that keeps the runner at second base. That gets by Made. That might be a run, and that'll bring in O'Hoppe. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Got a 2-2 count on him. Here's Siddiqui's pitch. And he swings and misses and strikes out for the third straight time. So Siddiqui pitching around trouble. Double gets stranded at second base. And that strikeout pitch, as advertised, still 1-0. All right, bottom of the sixth, Jose Herrera up, ground ball to short. Backhanded stop by Turner to throw to first, and he gets the catcher easily. He doesn't have a lot of speed. That'll bring in Nick Lofton. There's a high fly ball down the left field line into the corner. Is that going to stay fair? And it's gone. Nick Lofton just hit one about 3 rows back, just inside the left field foul pole. The fireworks go off. And this game is tied. One of the least likely guys you'd think he'd hit a home run, but he got just enough of it. 351. Kept it fair. See this replay. High, towering, hooking fly ball. Wasn't sure if it was going to go out, go foul, get caught. And yeah, about 3 rows back. Now bring in Alex Pinellas now with nobody on and 1 out. All of a sudden it's a tie game. 1-2 count now. Here's a pitch. Swings and misses on a high fastball and strikes out for the second out. That'll bring in Leandro Santana. 1 for 2 on the day. 3-2 count. Here's a shot over first, and that's going to drop in the same area where he hit one earlier. Sidewall now. Robles throws the second. Santana is safe as he beats the throw this time. Santana adds a double to his single earlier. So now we have a go-ahead run in scoring position. 2 outs for Nelson Rada, looking for his first hit of the season. And it's going to be a ground ball to Bregman. He's got it. Throws the first, and the Phillies dodge another bullet. Nick Lofton, though. Solo shot just inside the foul pole to tie this game up after 6. Now we go to the top of the 7th. Dominic Canzone leading off. He's lined out, grounded out. Down on the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch from Siddiqui. Here's a high fly ball in the left field towards the corner. Cross racing over, and that one's gone too. Almost the exact same area where Nick Lofton hit his. And Canzone goes opposite field. Second solo shot for the Phillies. Third solo shot in the game, and the Phillies get the lead right back. First batter of the next inning. Siddiqui going to give up some home runs this year just because he throws so much velocity and so many fastballs. He's got to keep the ball in the ballpark. You know he's not going to walk anybody, though, but almost the exact same spot as Lofton's. And that's going to be it for Siddiqui. He's pitched a great game, and we're going to get him out of here with only giving up 2 runs in this game. Great start. First start of his Major League career, and out of the pen. Danny Young's going to come in. He had a great season. He's our lefty, one of our lefties out of the pen. We had 3 last year. He's going to face Bryce Harper now with nobody on, nobody out. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's going to be a shot into left field, and Cross is going to run over and take that easily for the first out. Now to bring in Max Muncy. Singled his last time. 2-2 pitch, and it's ground ball to short. Mate's got it. Throw to first. Guns him down for the second out. Now to bring in Justin Crawford 0-for-2, but he's made a couple of nice running catches in the outfield. Here's a 2-0 pitch to him. There's a pop fly into left center field, Cross drifting back, and he's going to have that for the third out. So give up a solo shot to Dominic Canzone, start the inning, and Danny Young settles him down and gets 3 in a row. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Now we're down again, 2-1. And leading things off here in the 7th is going to be Jesus Mate. See, he's 0-for-2. Fly out and a line out. Down on the count 0-2, though. And he swings and misses on a nasty slider that ate him up. That's the first out of the inning. Now bring in Eggermota, 1-for-2 with a single. You can tie this game with one swing of the bat, though. Here's the pitch. There's a shot in the left center field. And that's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. And Mota's going to be in scoring position here with a 1-out double. His first extra base hit of the season. Always count on him to come through when needed. Bench is loving it. And that's going to be it for Luzardo, as the Phillies manager is going to take him out now, too. Both pitchers have pitched gems today. See if their bullpens can keep the runs down. Devin Williams coming in. See, he's no longer a closer. He's a setup man. Decent season last year. He'll face Kalai Rosario. 0-for-2 with a strikeout. Tying run at second now with 1 out. 1-2 pitch. And he swings and misses the cutter off the plate and strikes out for the second out. Nasty pitch there by Williams. That'll bring in left fielder Gavin Cross. He's 0-for-2 with a strikeout. Work the count full. Here's the pitch from Williams. And it's going to be a fly ball down the left field line, racing over Canzone, and he's going to have that in foul territory for the third out. So the Phillies dodge a double on their half inning. We go to the 8th inning. It's still 2-1 Philadelphia.
Now pitching for the Angels.
And new pitcher for the Angels, Darryl Boovey, another rookie making his debut today. Been excellent as a closer in the minors. He's going to start as a setup guy this year, but if we have any problems closing games, won't be too shy about sticking him in that spot. And Ozzie Albies is the first guy he faces. Albies ahead in the count 1-0. Here's the pitch from Boovey. It's going to be a high fly ball into right center field. Rosario is going to drift back, and he'll easily take that for the first out. So here we go. Boovey retires his first Major League batter. That'll bring in Trey Turner. He's 0-for-3 with 2 strikeouts on the day. Always a good day when you keep him off the bases. Work the count full, though. Here's Boovey's pitch. And swings and misses on the fastball down around the knees and strikes him out for the third. It's the third strikeout of the day for Turner and the first of the career for Boovie, and that'll bring in Victor Robles. Single and a double. He's been a problem today. He's down to count 0-2 though. Here's a pitch from Boovie. And he swings and misses the fastball and strikes out as well. So Boovie gets his first 2 strikeouts in the major leagues in his first inning. Keeps the Phillies in check. To go to the bottom of the 8th. Angels trying to get this game tied up. And we're going to go to the bench. Dominic Keegan's going to pinch hit for Herrera. Keegan's a much better hitter against right-handed pitching than Herrera is. Keegan's down in the count though, 1-2. Here's the pitch from Devin Williams. And it's going to be a pop fly into center field. Crawford's going to drift back a few steps, and he's going to take that for the first out of the inning. Now to bring in Nick Lofton now. The game-tying homer his last at-bat. Needs to get on base and try and get this tying run. And here's the first pitch to him. And that's going to be a pop-up into center field, and Crawford doesn't have to move very far to get that one either. So 2 quick outs by Devin Williams. That's going to bring in Alex Pinellas. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He's got power. He can hit the ball out and tie this game too. Work the count full though. Trying to work a walk or a hit. And he swings and misses and strikes out for the 3rd out. He goes down swinging for the 2nd time today. Go to the top of the 9th. Philly still holding a 2-1 lead. And Alex Bregman's going to lead things off. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Boovie's still in the game for the Angels. 2 strikeouts in his first pro inning. 1-1 count on Bregman. Here's a pitch, and it's going to be a pop fly into center field. Rada, long way to go as he was pulled around into left center field, and he's got that for the first out. Now bring in Logan O'Hoppe, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, having a rough opening day back in his old stadium. Down in count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Boovie. And he swings and misses and strikes out for the 4th time. Golden sombrero. And Darryl Boovie's got 3 strikeouts and 5 batters. Now to bring in Dominic Canzone. The go-ahead home run in the 7th. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Boovie. And it's going to be a little jam shot back to the pitcher. Broke his bat, sawed him off. And Boovie catches that for the 3rd out. So he comes in, pitches 2 perfect innings, does his job, and now we need the offense to step it up here in the bottom of the 9th. And new pitcher for the Phillies, their closer, Alex Vesia. 37 saves last year. 25% strikeout, 6% walk. He's a nasty pitcher. And the first guy he's going to face, Leandro Santana. 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Just need 1 base runner to make sure Moda comes up here in the 9th. Santana's down to count though, 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a pop foul behind home plate. O'Hoppe runs over by the on-deck circle, up against the stands, and he's got it for the first out. Now to bring in Nelson Rada, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, having a rough opening day himself. Just need either him or Mate to get on, so Moda has a chance to walk it off. Rada ahead in the count, 3-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball, base hit up the middle. There we go. Now we have the tying run on base with 1 out. Our 2 best hitters coming up next. That's right, get pumped. Jesus Mate, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. As long as he doesn't hit him with double play, Edgar Moda's got a chance to do some damage here. Mate down to count 0-1. Here's a pitch from Vesia. And it's going to be a pop-up on the infield, actually out into shallow left in the grass. Trey Turner's going to have that for the 2nd out. Just got under that pitch. That means Edgar Moda, single and a double today. Home run would be a walk-off win. Extra base hit would be a game tire. Count it 2-2. 2 out. Here's the pitch. And swings and misses on the slider and strikes out on the Phillies. Hang on and win this pitcher's duel between Jesus Luzardo and Derrick Siddiqui. Gotta like what our young players did. Santana, Siddiqui, Boovie, just to have offense from everybody else. So you see the score there, 2-1. Luzardo gets the win, Siddiqui the loss, Vesia the save on opening day. not the outcome we wanted. Check this box score. 2 hits for Robles, home run by Canzone, home run by Albies. Luzardo, 1 run, 5 hits, no walks, 7 Ks and 6 1/3. Bullpen, no runs allowed, and 2 2/3. Over on our side, Santana 2 hits, Rada a hit, Moda 2 hits, Lofton the home run. We had no walks and 10 strikeouts. And Siddiqui 2 solo shots, gives up 5 hits, no walks, 7 Ks. The bullpen throws 3 perfect innings, but we take the loss. And I wanted to just step back for a moment and take a look at our prospects at each level. We are 5 years in on this rebuild. We've had 4 drafts, actually 5 if you consider the real players that were added to this roster file from the 2025 MLB draft that had Tyler Bremner in it. So I want to look at each level and see the number of prospects, positions they play, and all that, so you know what's coming through our minor league system, coming up the pipeline to the major league level. At the major league level, we already have the stud Edgar Mota. We have Derrick Siddiqui, just saw his debut. Jesus Made, Tyler Bremner, Freddie Lorenz. That's 3/5 of our starting rotation. Nelson Rada. And we also have to drop all the way down here Daryl Boovie. And then one of the guys I'm most excited for, Leandro Santana. So all these guys have made it to the major league level, and they're contributing right now. Guys that are going to be following them down in AAA, we only have one position player, and that's Denzer Guzman, and I don't really consider him to be much of a prospect at this point. He hasn't hit well even at AA, AAA, so I think he's more of a career backup at this point. But the other players down there, we have a lot of pitchers. We have Phil Perez in the bullpen, Luis Alfonso, a recent draft pick. Richard Duke is our next starting pitcher that's going to make it to the major leagues. There's Guzman. We also have Alexei Ponce and Albert Vera. Those guys are all trying to work their way up, especially the relievers into the bullpen. We need some youth into the bullpen, so I'll be glad to get them moved up as soon as possible. And then down in AA, have their former number 1 draft pick, Ricky Garner, just struggling to make contact. You can see it's in the mid-50s, needs to get into the 60s at least before we even consider him at the major league level. So hopefully he takes off this year in AA so we can push him up to AAA. But I'm going to leave him in AA for another year. If it takes the whole year, then that's the way it's going to be. But he needs to get better at hitting the ball. I don't consider Laverde a prospect, even though we put him on the 40-man roster. He's pretty much all defense at this point. We also have Sean Espinoza, a potential pitcher. He's already 25, so he's going to need to show improvement quickly so we can get him up to AAA, and maybe he makes his major league debut next year. We also have Daniel Mateo. He's much younger at 20 years old, and he should be major league ready within 2 years, I would say. Full year at AA, full year at AAA, and then he's good to go at 22. Jimmy McGinnis, he's also in his mid-20s already. Great walks per 9, so he's going to sim really good, but that 40 hits per 9 is really concerning, so it's going to take him a little bit longer. We also have Nelson Ling, second base. He can also play third. Defense lends more towards second base. Really good contact, not a ton of power, and his speed isn't one of his strong suits either, so see how that goes. Frank Terry, another B potential, but 38 hits per 9. It's just, we got a long way to go on some of these guys. And we also have Abe Vento, the closer. He'll be up sooner or later. I'm mostly worried about his home runs per 9. Everything else looks pretty decent. And Pablo Vina, long-term prospect. He's already regressing. He's 20 years old, and he's just a power bat with good defense, so he's more of a career backup at this point. Eduardo Casto, great hits and strikeouts and home runs per 9. It's just the walks per 9. Got to worry about that. He's only a C potential as well. And we got Terrence Pineda, another recent draft pick. He's just a ways away at 57 overall. And then Alexis Rubio is an A potential. He's 18 years old. Great contact, great discipline, great clutch. Not much of a defense. So, he's going to take probably 3-4 years until he's up to a point where we consider bringing him up. But he should hit well at the majors once he gets up there. So, just want to give you a quick rundown on what our prospect pipeline looks like, who you need to be looking at each level. And you probably won't see a ton of AAA games this year. I might showcase Richard Duke once during the season just to get a look at him. And maybe we'll drop down to AA and look at Daniel Mateo and kind of follow Ricky Garner as we look at Mateo. But most of our best prospects are at the major league level, and that's where the main focus is going to be. I know in other draft only or other regular franchises that I've done in the past, we've dripped down to AA, AAA and shown some action down there. We just don't have enough bats to justify spending much time at AAA, but we will look at Richard Duke at some point during the season. So just thought it would be a perfect time right now. Step back, take a look at what we have at every level so you know what to look forward to on the prospect side down the road. And after our 2-1 loss on opening day, we would bounce back on the second game of the season. Game 2, Freddie Lorenz against Luis Gil. We win this game 5-0. And take a look at this. Edgar Mota goes 3 for 4, hits 2 home runs, drives in 3, steals a bag, and Freddie Lorenz throws a complete game shutout, allows 10 hits, but gets the shutout to get our first win of the season. Then game 3 on Saturday, we lose this game 5-2. Logan O'Hoppe, 2 hits, including a home run. Edgar Mota, another 2-hit day, 2 more RBI, but nothing much else on the offensive side as Bremner gives up 4 in 5 innings. And we would go to Arizona, win 2 out of 3 there, win the first game 2-1. 2 RBIs for Nick Lofton, having a good start there. Great start by Gonsolin. Bullpen does their job as well as Foley gets his first save. Game 2, we lose that one 1-0, so pitching is still doing a great job here. 3 hits for Herrera, good to see in the sim. Not much else for anybody else. Bunch of stolen bases, so Santana, Mota, Rosario, Cross. Medina pitches well, just doesn't get any offensive support. Game 3, though, we win 5-0. And see home runs by Rada, Rosario, Pinellas, and Derrick Siddiqui. If you want to know how well he does in the sim with that high strikeouts, high walks per 9 rating. 13 strikeouts, 2 walks, throws a 1-hitter over 8 innings, gets his first major league win. So his lower hits per 9 isn't going to make a much difference when he has sky-high strikeouts and walks per 9. It's 13 strikeouts, so should get used to that in the sim. He's just going to strike out the world as we win 2 out of 3. Now we're going on the road for our first road trip, going to Chicago to take on the White Sox. And I'm actually going to player lock on Leandro Santana in this game. I want to show you more action for him because he is actually tearing it up. See, second on team hits already, hitting .333. Does have 2 stolen bases. Doesn't have a walk yet, but want to get some action with him. We know Mota's tearing it up. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 2 steals. He's just going to continue to rake, but I really want to get another look at Leandro Santana before we wrap up this episode. And on this date right here, we will get our first look at the prospects, and I will show you that in the next episode. We are not going to look at them right now, but I want to get you through the first, 2 series? Went the wrong way. Yeah, 2 series and into this first road trip to Chicago and Texas. And here we are in sunny Chicago at Rate Field. I still think of it as Comiskey Park. Our Angels' first road trip, getting our first look, in-depth look at Leandro Santana. And on the mound for the White Sox today, the redhead, Dustin May. See what he's done so far in 1 start this season. A 20 walk rate is good for us if he keeps that up. And leading things off, Leandro Santana, as I said, an extended look at him to wrap up this episode. First pitch from May is right down the middle for a strike. Brought Santana up to play DH, and he's going to fill that leadoff spot, get on base, steal some bases, create havoc on the bases, get in scoring position so Made and Mota can drive him in. Takes ball 1. I did make 1 change to the lineup. I flipped Made and Mota because Made is struggling, so we're going to get Mota hitting third. He'll be up in the first inning each time. Fouled off, tough pitch there by Santana as he's down in the count now, 1-2. Count even up now at 2-2. May has this annoying long windup too. So here's the 2-2 pitch, and Santana chases and strikes out. That's how we start the game. And Edgar Carroll gets the White Sox on the board first with a 2-run shot here in the bottom of the second inning. And then we pick it up here in the top of the 4th. Angels have gone down 9 straight, so no hits allowed for Dustin May. Santana trying to get things going here. Already down 2-0, like I said, on a Carroll home run. Not expecting Santana to hit 20 bombs or anything. He can hit 30 doubles, though. I mostly want him to get on base and steal bases. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled back. Count even at 2-2 now. Santana got to protect and find a way to get on base here. Get this offense going, and he strikes out on the sweeper again. So 2 at-bats, 2 Ks. Now Santana up with 2 outs. Nobody on here in the 6th. Still have a no-hitter going for Dustin May. Made walked and stole a base, and he got stranded earlier. But we're looking for our first hit. So is Santana. We want to showcase Santana, and we're showcasing Dustin May's pitching instead. So down in the count, 0-1. Come on, Leandro. Just drop one over short. Low for ball 1. Santana down in the count, 1-2. It's already struck out twice. Got to protect here. Here's the pitch. And it's ground ball second base. Franks has it. Throws to first. And we're out of there. No hits allowed so far through 6 for Dustin May. And here we are, top of the 9th. Still trailing 2-0. We did get singles from Mota and Made to break up the no-hitter, but still down 2-0, trying to get on base, get this game tied. Santana 0 for 2 with a ground out. I'm sorry, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. He's having a tough day against this red-headed big sweeper throwing Dustin May. Swings through that cutter. He's down in the count, 1-2. Fans are on their feet. They want to see a strikeout. I want to see a base hit. Here's a pitch. And a little tapper. Oh, it's a swing and a miss, and it gets by the catcher to the backstop, and Santana's going to reach on the pass ball, wild pitch, whatever he's going to score, wild pitch. So he strikes out for the 3rd time, but still reaches. I thought this was a foul ball. He just missed it, and it kind of bounced weird off the catcher. So now we have tying run at the plate and nobody out. We're going to watch the rest of this inning. Nelson Rada takes a pitch off the plate for a ball. So he's 1 for 3 for the single, only hitting 111 this year. You got Mota on deck, so if Rada can get on base, he'll bring a go-ahead run to the plate. Here's a 1-0 pitch from May, and that's going to be popped up on the infield. Shortstop drifting back into the grass. Going to have that for the 2nd out. That'll bring in Edgar Mota. He's hitting .417 on the season. 2 home runs, 5 RBI. Exactly the man we want up. Down in the count, 0-1. Love a home run here. Double would be helpful too. Made's on deck. Tapper foul. Now the count's 1-2. Here's the pitch from May. Ripped down the left field line. Foul. I would have scored Santana easily. Still here with a 1-2 count. Mota's fouled off 2 pitches in a row. May trying to finish off this shutout. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be ripped to third. Grab there. Throw across to first. And Dustin May does get his 2-hit shutout. Great performance by the White Sox pitcher. May gets the win. Lorenz gets his first loss of the season as the White Sox win the first game and their opening day victory. Take a look at this box score. See Santana 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Not the display I wanted to show of his abilities, but yeah, just happens that way. Rada and Mota, the only 2 hits. Made, only walk, got a steal. Lorenz, great start for him. Wasted because we can't get any hits. And Boovy pitched a perfect bottom of the 8th. And we are back for game 2 in Chicago since Santana didn't do much in the first one. Want to get another game for him as he's going to face Shane Smith. Hopefully we can do better this time around. Santana's down to 286 with that 0 for 4. Takes a strike on the outside edge. Still looking for his first home run and first RBI in the majors. See Santana, number 24 Major League prospect, number 2 left field prospect in all of baseball as he fouls that off. Santana works the count full. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Smith. And ripped foul. That was going to be ball 4. Got a battle going on here. Full count. Santana's fouled off 2 in a row. Here's the pitch from Smith. It's going to be a shot into center field. Drifting in. And it's going to be caught for the first out. Now we pick it up here in the top of the 3rd. Still a scoreless game. Santana, second at bat. Rips that foul. He's 0 for 5 in the series so far. Got to get him going. Don't want to jinx him by showing him and then put him in a slump. Santana down in the count, 0-2. Here's Shane Smith's pitch, and he chases a slider and strikes out. So he's having a tough go here while we're recording. And Edgar Mota gets us on the board with an RBI double after Rada singled. Made with a 2-run shot. It's now 3-0 Angels. Let me pick it up here in the top of the 4th. Got a triple from Keegan, so we got a man on 3rd and 2 out. And his ground ball back to the pitcher as Santana swings at the first pitch, and he grounds out for the 3rd out. And Vargas hits a solo shot off Tyler Bremner to make this 3-1. Double by Vaughn makes it 3-2. And a sac fly by Made after Rada tripled makes it 4-2. Bases loaded walk to Nootbaar makes it 4-3. Now we pick it up top of the 6th. Pinellas with a 2-out single gets a man on first. Leandro Santana still looking for his first hit in the series. Been striking out a lot in this one too. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball. Frank Scoop flips to second for the 3rd out. Santana remains hitless in the series. New pitcher for the Angels. Tyson Miller is going to come in. Try and nail this down for Bremner. And pick it up here on the top of the 8th. Nobody on, 2 out. Jordan Leisure in now for the White Sox. Santana, big 0 for 4. 0 for the entire episode while we're watching. So, not the start we really want out of him, obviously. Santana down in the count now, 1-2. Trying to get a late 2-out rally started. Here's the pitch. Shot down the left field line, hooking foul. Reset now. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. And one hopper to short, backhanded and throws across, and that's the 3rd out. At least he hit the ball hard that time. And Eric Miller is going to come in and out of the pen for the Angels. Solo homer by Vaughn ties the game. And the White Sox rally and win it in the 9th inning. Take a look at the box score. 3 hits for Rada, 2 hits for Made, 2 hits for Rosario. Like that, Made and Rada got multiple hits in the game. They were really struggling. Made with a home run, a couple of triples as well, 2 steals by Made. Bremner didn't pitch bad. He just threw a lot of pitches with those 4 walks and 5 strikeouts. But bullpen, Miller gave up the home run, and Boovie had a rough 9th inning. And we're back in Chicago for Game 3. I want to show one more game for Santana. I've already recorded the prospects. We took a look at them for the first time, and you will see that in the next episode. And both teams wearing throwbacks. We're from the 70s. They're from the 80s. First pitch to Santana's a strike right at the knees. He was hitting .333 when we started this recording of this 3-game series. Now he's down to .242. Going to get back into the quick sim and get his batting average back up. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Sean Burke. And it's going to be a ground ball. Franks has it. And I don't think he's going to get him. Too much speed there. Yeah, he took too many steps after he fielded it. And that was the difference as Santana finally gets a hit on camera. There we go. See the replay. Up the middle. Franks goes to his right, but his momentum, he can't stop and set his feet. And that was an easy infield single for Santana. And Santana would get caught stealing second base. Line out and a strikeout. We go down 1-2-3 in the first. And now Santana's back up here in the top of the 3rd. Pinellas drew a walk with 1 out, so Santana is going to pop this one up. First pitch swinging on the infield. Shortstop's going to have that easily for the 2nd out. I want to see him take more pitches. And a triple by Jake McCarthy gets the Sox on the board first here in the bottom of the 3rd. And a single by Franks makes it 2-0 White Sox. And a triple by Gavin Cross drives in Made, who doubled after Mota grounded out to start the inning. Now it's 2-1 Chicago. And a single by Lofton makes it 2-2. Lofton has had a hot start to the season. Now Santana's back up here with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 2-2 game now. See if he can get on base one more time. Tap or foul. And the 1-2 pitch from Burke. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Pitch below his shins. It's the 2nd out of the inning. 6 Ks for Burke. Look at this replay. Fastball down, and he was tardy. And Nelson Rada fouls that up with a solo shot to give us a 3-2 lead. And Vargas with an RBI double ties it up here in the 6th inning. And we head to the 7th. New pitcher for the Sox going to be Brian Hudson. See what he's done on the season. Leadoff man, Leandro Santana. He's got 1 hit on the day. Takes a pitch on the inside for a ball. Said he was hitting .333 before we started recording these games against the White Sox. Now he's down to .250. Really use a base hit here to get a rally started. Got Rada and Moda on deck. Takes a strike. He's down in count 1-2 now. Rada and Moda waiting in the wings. And he swings and misses and strikes out again, so he just doesn't like to be on camera, I guess. Now we pick it up here in the ninth. Pinellas struck out to start the inning. Jordan Leisure still on the mound. Here's the pitch. Santana rips that and fouls it back. And we're down in count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Leisure. And it's going to be a pop-up on the infield. First baseman Vaughn races in, and he's going to have that for the second out. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the 11th. Keegan, leadoff walk. We got 1 on, 1 out. Santana having a rough one, 1 for 5. Single this first time, hasn't done anything since. Dropped almost 100 points off his average in the last 3 days. Grant Taylor on the mound. Here's the pitch. High for ball 2. Gives Santana can get on front of Rada. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Taylor. High for ball 3. Said Rada on deck. Already has a home run and a double today. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Taylor and misses for ball 4. So there we go. Draws a walk. Moves the go-ahead run to second base. We're going to watch Nelson Rada bat now. Go-ahead run at second. Only 1 out. Rips that foul. Moda's on deck. Made after him. Here's Taylor's 0-1 pitch. High for ball 1. Count even at 2-2. Stay away from the double play here. Here's the pitch. And rip to first. Throw to second for 1. Relay back to first. And like I said, got to stay away from the double play. And he does not as Taylor pitches out of the jam. Alec Benelis, there we go. 1 out solo shot here in the 13th. Finally gives the Angels the lead. Santana's coming up next. All right, so we finally got the lead. Winkleman Gonzalez on the mound. Santana, 1 for 5. Did draw a walk. Up that on-base percentage, but his batting average is nosediving here. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Gonzalez. Takes a strike. Santana ahead in the count now, 2-1. Here's the pitch. It's a high fly ball in the right center field. Back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. Oh, it's off the wall. Fooled me there with the see-through fence, and Santana's going to be in with a double. Said he should get a lot of doubles. Just missed a home run. There we go. See his replay. Drives the outside pitch, and I thought it landed on the other side. If it was a solid wall, I wouldn't have made that mistake, but there we go. Gets on base, gets in scoring position, which is exactly what his job is to do. After a flyout by Rada, Moda walks, single by Made, loads the bases for Rosario. He grounds out the end of the inning. And the Angels hang on to win this third game of the series in extra innings. Foley with the save. Tyson Miller gets the win as we salvage 1 of 3 games here. Start this 6-game road trip. Take a look at this box score. Santana 2 for 6 with a walk. There we go. On base 3 times. Single and a double. Rada 2 hits. Double and a home run. Made 3 hits. Walks twice. He had 13 hits and 9 walks. Shocked we didn't score more runs. Benelis and Rada with home runs. Made with 2 steals. Gonsolin, not a bad start. Bullpen only gives up 3 hits in the last 6 innings, so nice job for them as we get 13 strikeouts, only 1 walk, 1 batter. And that's going to wrap up this opening day episode for 2029 season. Hope you guys enjoyed that opening day start by Siddiqui. Try to give you some extra content here with Santana, and didn't really cooperate till the 3rd game, but gotta love this young team. Right now we are 2.5 games out of first. Not thinking we're going to contend for first place in this division anytime this year, but we definitely have a shot to get into playoffs as a wild card. Just need our young players to continue developing and come through for us. And that's, like I said, going to wrap it up for this one. Again, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell. And I will see you real soon with episode 3, and we'll get our first look at the draft prospects. You guys take care, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.